Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. Daps.
I'm Katie.
And we're so excited that you're here on this lovely Southern California evening, which is actually quite comfortable for once.
It is currently 73 degrees at 8:31 p.m.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, it was hot today.
This is why you live in California. This is why we're here.
This is why we're here.
Yes.
But I will say earlier, the fact that I now work at a store where I can feel the outside temperature, don't like that. Not a big fan.
It was 80 something, right?
Yeah, I was on drive-through window and I was like, it's hot.
It was a warm day.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
It was definitely a warm day.
Yeah.
Speaking of warm days.
Speaking of warm days.
I predict Sunday is going to be a warm day.
It's not going to be a hurricane, I can tell you that much.
That is true. Since we had a hurricane last year, I predict that the CHOC Walk is just going to be very warm this year. I predict that there's a very good chance that we will have a picture of Mr. Daps and Zach Abrams from CHOC sweating like crazy at the end of CHOC Walk this year, which happened a few years ago as well, which is why I can predict this fairly safely.
Yeah.
But the reason I bring that up is because Sunday, July 21st is the CHOC Walk.
That is in 5 days.
Yes. And you still have time to support or join our team. You can go and make a difference. If I can hit the button right. There we go.
It's okay.
Go to chocwalk.org/dapsmagic. You can either support our team, you can support a team member if you'd like, or you can join, and you've got a few days to raise the funds to participate in the CHOC Walk, which is also a lot of fun.
That you are on Team Daps Magic, which personally, I think Team Daps Magic is the best team to be on, but...
Oh, it absolutely is.
I think so.
Yes.
We have a lot of fun raising money for CHOC. CHOC is such an important cause to us. It's living in Orange County, it's almost difficult to find a family that hasn't been affected by CHOC in some regard. And it's always these extremely positive connotations, which for when a child is sick or needs help or things like that, it's a very negative and scary experience. So the fact that CHOC really goes above and beyond to take care of these families and make sure that everything is taken care of and stress-free, like that is what we're raising money for. It's super fun to walk around Disneyland and see characters before it opens. It's really amazing, but really the work that we're doing is for those families.
So sign up, go for a walk, have fun, make a difference.
Wear a hat with us.
Wear a hat. That's right. See you on Sunday, I hope, and if not, we would love your support. All right, shall we move along?
Moving right along.
Speaking of other things happening at Disneyland, tomorrow is Disneyland's 69th birthday or anniversary, but Disneyland says birthday, so we'll go with that. We won't debate the merits of it being called that, because
argue with the wall.
Here's my question.
What's your question?
What was Disneyland really birthed this day, or would it be the day that Walt made the designs or dreamed of this when he was sitting by? There's so many different.
No, Disneyland was not born until guests actually got to experience it, which actually means
the 18th.
That Disneyland's birthday is July 18th. You didn't let me finish my thought.
Sorry, I was tracking with you.
Dare you? No, but there's also this question of like, what day was Mickey Mouse really born? What day? Like,
you never know.
We could go on and on, but
history is made by the people who decide to write it down.
You're not wrong.
I used to think history was made by the victors, but then I realized that's not always the truth.
It's really
literally the people that decided to keep writing things down and continue to promote whatever it is they wrote down.
It really is the people that write it down and capture it.
Yes. So tomorrow, a little bit after noon, there will be a cavalcade at Disneyland for its 69th birthday. We will be there covering that. We will get that up as quickly as we can. We also plan to have multiple camera angles of this, so hopefully it's great. And we will get it up as quickly as we can for those of you who aren't there. And if you're not there tomorrow, hopefully we see you on Sunday instead. We'll do another pitch for CHOC, right?
Yeah.
All right. Moving right along even quicker. This last week, we got the trailer we've all been waiting for, at least a lot of us have been waiting for, and that's Captain America, Brave New World. We get to see where Captain America, the new Captain America, is going next after he decided to pick up the shield and be Captain America. Then he gets to hang out with Harrison Ford, who says that he's needed again, and you see some cool stuff, and I won't...
I'm putting together a team, kid.
Well, he he basically.
That was my Harrison Ford impression.
Yeah,
Yay! Katie's so good at doing a Harrison Ford
played.
impression.
What do you think of trailer and movie?
I think it looks great. I have been very much waiting for Captain America, Sam, to get his own movie. I'm very excited about this.
Mm-hmm. Is there going to be jogging in this movie? That's what I want to know.
Is there going to be a bank loan? I'm so sorry for the amount of times you guys have had to hear me talk about that bank loan, but is that what we're going to see?
Keep going on in the movie, not the show.
I know. I am excited about it. You actually said something very interesting that I have not stopped thinking about since this trailer dropped. Do you know what that thing was?
No.
You want to go rewatch Ed Norton's Hulk.
Do. It did. Like, I have a feeling, just looking at the cast and a moment in this, or 2 moments in this, that I need to go back and rewatch The Incredible Hulk. And I have not seen it since I think it came out originally.
Yeah.
And I didn't particularly like it then.
I don't know that a lot of people did. I do think, I don't know that I'll be able to watch The Incredible Hulk, because I feel like the whole time, I am a person that I only know an actor from one thing, right? Like, I can't associate them with multiple things.
And what do you associate him with?
Ed Norton?
Yeah.
What do you think I associate him with?
Fight Club.
I've never seen Fight Club.
Oh.
What do you think I am? What movie did we just watch together this year?
That he was in?
Yes. He's the bad guy.
He's
Spoiler.
The bad guy. Oh, yeah, Rounders. What was it?
Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
That's the only movie I know him from.
Hope they've all seen that, because now they know that he's the bad guy. But it's pretty obvious. No? I thought it was obvious.
He's a caricature of a certain
yes.
Figure.
I'm looking forward, though, back to the movie. I'm looking forward to seeing where Harrison Ford's character develops.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to seeing more of the new Falcon, because I just think that's going to be really fun, I hope. And I'm also looking forward to seeing how Sam Wilson Captain America is so different than Steve Rogers Captain America, because it is a very different character, just even by their backgrounds.
Also, for as much as let's get into this. For as much as I dunk on Falcon and the Winter Soldier for the bank loan scene, I know we're talking about it again for like the 3rd week in a row. I think the final episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I think, sums it up very well. Is that Steve Rogers is this idealized version of America. He went to sleep in the 50s. He wakes up and he's like, everyone is good and patriotic at its core, and we're all going to fight for America. And I think that Sam actually has this understanding that while for the most part, most people do feel this sense of patriotism, I think that's much more flawed, and that everybody has a different relationship with that. And he wants to unite rather than like be a talking head or a figurehead of these things. And so there's
just the whole fact that Steve Rogers had to figure out what America had become while he was asleep.
Yeah.
So it changed. He had part of his story arc is seeing how he adapts to the world that he's moved into, whereas Sam's never had to deal with that.
Yeah. So he's a very fascinating character. I'm excited for this movie. I think it's gonna be good.
You want to know my one big disappointment?
What's your one big disappointment?
I don't think there's a Bucky. I would love to see the 2 of them do more, and I hope that happens in the future.
It's a good point.
Like, that I think would be great. All right, I can't see what's coming next.
What's next?
Yes, we do have notes. We sometimes can see them. When we're not in the studio, it's harder to see them, so you never really know. But it looks like we have IndieCam next, which this one I think is kind of fun. And it turns out Indy likes to play with water. So enjoy, Indy.
So as he typically does, he got very camera shy once we got the camera out and started filming it. But this man was like zoom, 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 right before.
He was doing it today too. Like
Yeah.
he really enjoys water and
but terrified of the pool.
yes. And if you saw IndyCam last week, you saw him get to wear a hat. I thought tonight it'd be fun to show just a little bit behind the scenes what you get to see if you are on the Patreon pre-show, which tonight we showed the many different moments of Indiana getting his hat put on. This being one of the last ones.
He's so happy
by this point. But you know, there's progression to get there. So if you go to patreon.com/dapsmagic, you can join our Patreon and see lots of cute pictures like that, behind the scene things, including where we're shooting the show tonight, and joining the conversation there.
And our Patreon starts at just $1 a month. It is a lot of fun. I am a patron of the Daps Magic Patreon. That is how dedicated I am to the cause, Captain. But seriously, it's a lot of fun. There is like a group chat thing in Patreon now, so you can also talk to other people.
More the merrier.
I don't know. I'm still figuring this stuff out. I think it's cool.
And we keep updating it.
Yeah. So thanks, Patreon. That's nice of you.
Yeah, it is. It's very nice. All right, moving right along. Exactly 23 days away from today, we will be getting going on the weekend of Disney everything. It really is the ultimate Disney fan event. It is a good name for it when I think more and more about it.
Honestly, Disney kind of popped off naming this event.
Like, this is the best name they've had for this event because it is the ultimate Disney fan event. Like, that's really what it is.
I'm going to ask a question, and I'm not trying to be controversial.
Fire
Wasn't
away.
that always the tagline?
I can't remember.
I thought it was D23 Expo, the ultimate Disney fan event.
So this is even easier.
True.
Like, just run with it.
But it really is the ultimate Disney fan event, because you have everything. You can meet people, you can see characters, you can meet Bluey and Bingo.
Multiple times if you were to get the reservations, because he and she are meeting.
They're both girls.
Oh, both girls.
They're both girls.
Clearly I've watched the show.
Airport? I'm going to the airport tomorrow.
Basically every hour, like, or every 2 hours. The entire weekend. So if you don't do anything else,
you better meet Bluey and Bingo.
Go meet Bluey and Bingo. I'm just curious what they look like in person, to be honest.
Oh, I
want to walk by and, well, because on TV, like, from what I've seen of the little trailers and stuff in the 1 or 2 episodes I've watched, they're like yay big.
Do you know what kind of dog they are?
No.
I was going to be shocked if you pulled that out, to be completely honest.
No.
They're blue healers.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Because because Bluey's blue.
It's a pun. Anyway, they look very small.
And the reason that I want to see Bluey and Bingo, Mickey and Minnie also look pretty small.
Yeah, but we're used to them.
They're little guys.
And it's always interesting seeing how they translate from the screen to in person.
One of my favorite memories of Expo, what year was that?
I don't know.
The last year, whatever it happened. 2022.
Yeah.
We were walking, right? We're dancing along, we're doing our little thing, and Mr. Daps turns and goes, "Oh, the Simpsons are here." It was this like, tightened up.
I don't actually know what I think of them.
It was just so
well. It's like
funny.
You expect Bart to be small too, and then he was pretty tall.
Also, he's not Bingo. Let's get something straight.
Okay. I can't participate in this conversation.
No,
I have no clue what any of it means.
You are definitely a bandit, and I am definitely a muffin.
Okay.
For Bluey. For my Bluey heads out there. Heyo, where am I?
Itsy says I'm muffin.
Sucks. No, Mr. Daps is not muffin. I am muffin.
Ivy says I'm Bingo.
Muffin is Katie. Thank you. No, actually, you're the French dog.
I'm loving watching the chat just explode on this, though. I feel like I need to watch this show.
There's a French dog that only speaks French. You're the French dog.
Okay, what's their personality though?
I think isn't his name like Jean-Luc or something?
Picard.
Yeah.
Okay, that's funny. Anyway, there's over 55 panels and presentations over the course of 3 days, and reservations are currently open. They're using basically a lottery reservation system. So you make your preferences known this week. I think you have Friday at noon to say, these are the reservations I'd like. And then they'll throw it into a big algorithm and mix it all up or whatever. And then I think it's the week of August 5th, off the top of my head, you'll get an email saying these are the reservations you got. If you want to make sure you get at least one reservation, I suggest Bluey. Because I went through, doesn't matter. I think you can just put it in, because I went through and typed out everything that's being offered on the schedule, which is on our D23 page on the site. If you go to the site, click on D23 at the top of the page, this will take you there. You can see literally everything that's happening. I have gone through all 50 whatever of them, and I think Bluey is the most offered thing at D23.
I feel like we should get a picture with Bluey and Bingo.
I don't actually know what my schedule's going to look like yet. So,
but do you know which one's which?
Bluey's the blue one.
Yeah, what?
Like I do know.
We did it.
I have taken. There is one Muppet history thing that we're looking forward to. I should have done the Muppets little.
Thanks, Mr. Daps. Thanks, Mr. Daps.
Yeah, that one.
That's
but there is a history of the Muppets, but mainly Miss Piggy, which I think is very cute in the way they did that. And I feel like Gonzo's going to take over, but I think that's going to be a very good chance at seeing. Like, I just predict we're going to get to see real Muppets there.
I predict
at the very least Miss Piggy.
Okay, so pretend that for this next bit, pretend I'm crying.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I think for this year's Muppets at D23, the Ultimate Disney Fan Event, we'll get Rizzo the Rat to show up. Pretend I'm crying. I miss Rizzo. I would love to see if Rizzo made an appearance at D23, the Ultimate Disney Fan Event. That would be actually pretty big news.
I have 2 questions.
What are your questions?
Who?
Yeah, that's why it'd be big news. That's why it'd be big news.
It'd be huge news.
That's why, yeah.
Yeah.
I have my thoughts about who could do it.
I do too. I would love. That would be one, if it works into the schedule. I would love to see a history of the Muppets, mainly Miss Piggy, whatever the name of that one is exactly.
Justice for Rizzo. You're
I agree.
So right.
Justice for Rizzo. Right in. I guess use Instagram or Threads or whatever the Muppets are using now, and tell them you'd like to. Actually, probably just do it to D23 and Disney, because they're the ones doing the purchasing.
I am going to write a letter.
Can you imagine if a lot of people actually wrote letters?
Oh my gosh.
I feel like Disney wouldn't know what to do with it because it's
Muppets
not digital.
Letters to Santa.
But can you imagine if people started actually sending in physical mail about the Muppets? I actually think that might make a difference, because that takes so much more effort than a tweet or a.
And you have to handwrite the letter.
And I don't know if the Muppets are on Threads. Just threw that out. I'm sorry. Yes, I think we should write letters or postcards. Speaking of Clocky, go see Sent from Disneyland or listen to Sent from Disneyland. It'll be fantastic. He also knows where to buy stamps. You don't have to give away stamps, Clocky. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to that one. I'm looking forward to seeing what comes out of the evening presentations at the HANA Center and seeing what news. Like, there's always studio news. So, like, that one I feel like is a pretty, I don't want to say easy one, but, like, we're going to probably get some Star Wars news. We'll get some Marvel news. Here's the, what the next Pixar film is. Here's some Walt Disney Animation Studios stuff that you've never seen before. And then Dwayne Johnson will jump out and do a song from either the live action Moana or Moana 2.
He's going to start selling his shampoo at people. Just scary. I don't want to be sold shampoo.
I actually think there's a very decent chance we see Dwayne Johnson on the stage on Friday night.
I will say, and this is just my little hee hee ha ha ho ho, is we're going to take the fact that he is a member of the Disney press corps and is branding correctly. But I think this is actually one of the biggest things is that you can tell one of us is a native Californian, because you call it the Honda Center pretty frequently.
What is it? Just Honda Center?
No, it's the pond.
Oh, yeah,
it's the same way that the place off the 22 freeway where there's a lot of outlet shops.
Oh yeah.
That's called the Block. That is not the outlet. I actually do know
it is that, because I used to work from that Starbucks a lot.
But yeah, the pond.
Okay.
Like, it's just one of those things where
I do like Mikey's idea that they bring Rizzo back and they upgrade Pizza Rizzo. I'm adding to your idea, Mikey, because you inspired me.
I wish Pizza Rizzo was better. I don't know if that's
I just wish they had more merchandise in that area. More Muppets merchandise, I mean.
Remember?
The entire store.
What year was it? No, it was Destination D23. One year. They had a Pizza Rizzo shirt.
Yeah.
And that has never been sold again.
They should.
So I'm just saying that
that means people didn't buy it.
No, it does not. It sold out.
Oh.
So
buy all the Muppet stuff.
Because they had I don't want to say like a flea market, but they had like gold members can go online to buy all the extra Muppet merch.
Oh, that's right.
And there was no Pizza Rizzo stuff.
That's true.
It was all like, here's a pin. But so if Mickey's at Glendale would like to stop, or the D23 store.
Well, that's a good point to bring up, is there are more stores, official stores, than ever before. And I think there's even for Mickey's and maybe the studio store, there's 2 places you can go. Like they're going to have 2 of them instead of just 1, which is great because last time, remember the line was so terrible to get into them?
Yes, I waited in 2 of them.
Yeah. And they are using virtual
return time.
And are using virtual queues. You probably will have to wait in a queue once you get called back from your virtual queue. But they are saying if they get through all of the queues during the day, might open up a standby in the afternoons.
One year I waited, I think it was actually for Mickey's. I waited in Full Buzzy by myself. And do you know how hot it is to be Buzzy on the convention floor? I understand why that little dude's lost. He's too warm somewhere. He took his jacket off and now they can't find him. They don't know what he looks like.
There you go. I will say the pizza at Pizza Rizzo.
It's not bad.
It's Disney pizza.
It's rat pizza.
It's better than rat pizza. It's Disney pizza.
I know. It's Disney. For the people at home, it says the city's top-rated pizza, Pizza Rizzo. And at night, the neon sign will flicker and it takes out the letters and it just says, it's rat pizza.
It's pretty.
That's what the Muppets are about.
It's a fun establishment. That's the word I should use.
And you can go to, what is it? Gil and Lil's 35th wedding anniversary or 35th wedding reception with DJ's Electric Mayhem. All of these signs are in Pizza Rizzo somewhere. I go to Pizza Rizzo for the theming. I do not go for the food.
But we need to eat the food to keep the theming. So keep spending your money there, keep visiting, and it has nothing to do with D23 unless they surprise us. Maybe they're going to add a live show.
Actually going to say we brought back the Kermit the Frog hot air balloon, and we brought back the Gone with the Wind. They would never do that now, but we were going to bring back the Gone with the Wind painting. I don't care if you can see it from Galaxy's Edge. Muppets went to space. That's canon.
True. And it just had its 25th anniversary, I think.
Jot that down.
Muppets from Space did.
I've never seen that movie.
It's not their best.
I know.
But it's fun.
We're also watching, I don't know that it's not in the order.
Let's stay on D23 because we'll hit that afterwards.
It's important. Don't forget.
Okay. Because we haven't hit Saturday night yet, which is Disney Experiences. And
that stresses me out.
This could be the night where we learn more about Beyond Big Thunder Mountain. This could be the night we learn where the Avatar themed area is at the Disneyland Resort. This could be the night we learn if there's specific plans for Disneyland Forward. This could be the night we learn about Frozen coming to the Disneyland Resort. I'm just throwing out possible ideas.
Sure.
What do you think?
Or
what's one thing you hope for?
I was trying to find the graphic because I think the graphic is
you're on a
little telling.
Yes. It's that one.
This one?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Because in this graphic you can see California Adventure.
Yep.
Animal Kingdom.
Yep. Which yes, the South America stuff.
Yeah. That looks
like Big Thunder Mountain on the right.
That's Chinese Grumman Theater.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like
this could be the night they announce Superstar Limo is returning.
Let's go! Because Walt Disney Studios Paris is there. Walt Disney Studios Paris could get Superstar Limo. Be pretty par for the course. These just look like Castle Park. What?
Just thinking through the logic, but keep going.
Is it wrong? Imagine Superstar Limo en français.
That'd fix everything.
It would. Je m'appelle Cher.
So here's the other thing I wonder.
And then the rest are like Castle Parks.
Well, and we also know that there's probably a water show going in at Walt Disney Studios Park at Disneyland Paris. Well, what is it? Disney Adventure? What's the new name for it? I'm spacing.
Cruise ship.
Which of course, cruise ship.
I can't remember what it's called now.
Anyway, we know there's a water show, kind
Adventure
of the
World.
likes
World Adventure.
Of World of Color,
yeah,
going into this park. And so I wonder if we'll get some more news regarding that too, as we're looking at all this.
That screams Epcot to me.
Yeah, I assume we're going to get more Epcot news because they tend to give us that every time. And we have Test Track closed right now. So I think we'll get an update probably on what the next iteration of that's going to look like.
I'm guessing one of these ships is the OLC ship that we talked about last week. I mean,
there's a lot of options for what the ships could be now that I think about it.
I was thinking one of them might be the OLC ship.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to explain what OLC is?
OLC is Oriental Land Company. That is who owns and operates Disney theme parks in Japan.
It's all Disney in Japan, basically.
And also will be operating the cruise line.
Yes.
It's a very interesting thing. If you watch the Imagineering story, I recommend it highly. It's a very interesting look.
So that could be one of the ships that's possible.
Yeah.
Could be the Singapore ship.
Yeah.
Could be the Destiny.
True.
Could be one we haven't heard of yet.
Could be.
It seems like they're trying to keep that shipyard busy, so we will see what happens there.
So it is not a secret. This is my favorite panel. This is the panel that is the most exciting to me. If I've said it once, I've said it a million times. Disney parks are really my passion when it comes to my fandom. Disney movies have always been fun, but Disney parks is what I grew up doing. That is what matters to me. So
one more thing it could be, or could be included.
Columbo, can you chill out?
Yes, one more thing.
Just one more thing.
Disneyland turns 70 next year.
Correct.
They'll probably do some sort of celebration for that.
Oh, sure.
I would not be surprised.
It's the 70th anniversary.
I would not be surprised if the entire presentation at the end of it, you get to hear the new song or whatever. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a preview of some sort.
70th
in the presentation.
Anniversary present. Because
it's a rock.
It's the rock celebration. And they bring back rock in both parks. Did you ever experience rock in both parks?
I did.
Did you experience on both attractions?
I did. I loved them.
Really?
I might have been one of the few. Platinum.
Oh, whoa. Oh, you guys got that. Wow. So not super different from Disney 100 then.
Or the 60th?
60th was diamond. That was different.
But it also had that kind of color. So I could see, yeah. I don't know.
What are they going to do when they run out of like, because I assume once you get to like 100, nobody has a 100th anniversary.
I'm sure they'll come up with something. I mean, yes, they did because they just did it for the Disney.
And true. And this is what I think is Disneyland is forever going to try to be competing with this, the 50th. For some people, that's the 60th, though.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see because I think the further out you get from the 50th, the more it fades. Like, as great as it was, and it easily was the best thing they've done that I've experienced. I do think there is a rate of attrition where with fandoms, you're pretty safe coming up with something similar or new, just because how many people actually were annual pass holders that were regular visitors in 2005 that were there on opening day, that were there on July 17th, that were eagerly looking over anything they could possibly look over to try to see new floats, new attractions, go find all of the pictures, send in all the pictures.
I was looking for the golden hidden Mickeys.
The golden hidden Mickey, yeah, all of that stuff. I do think as time goes by, like it becomes a fun thing, and you don't have to hit necessarily that exact level. You can You need something similar. Like that's what they did with the 60th. Like it was similar but different enough that
But also
people loved it.
Pretty Wild and Wacky this time 10 years ago. Or no. Was it next?
They announced it tomorrow, 10 years ago.
Wow.
If I remember correctly.
Wow. You know what that means, guys? The 60th is when Mr. Dobbs and I became friends. It's almost our friend-iversary.
There you go. In fact, what they did was on the 59th birthday, they were still doing the thing up on the stairs.
Oh, yeah.
In front of the train station. And so they had however many characters up on the stage.
59.
And then they had, I think it was more than that though. And then they had this like big square that opened up and it said, here's what it's going to be for next year, and showed the logo and all that stuff.
I remember that.
Yeah. And I think we did a 2-camera video of that.
And do you know where I got my news from?
But
I got my news from dapsmagic.com.
Awesome. All right. It is Geeks Corner Plus now. I cheered you on.
I'm over here like, we've been friends for 10 years. This guy's so cool.
I gave you a fist bump. I thought that was pretty good.
I gave you a fist bump.
It is Geeks Corner Plus. If you have any questions, comments you'd like us to address, put them in the chat. We're going to scroll back and look at all the things you're excited for D23.
I am going to
wait for more of those.
I also want to play I want to play a game.
Let's listen to people first, and then we'll do that. Okay. Clocky says
he just gentle parented me.
A vague announcement. You can thank Christy about Disneyland Forward or Tomorrowland. Ivy says, seeing you guys at D23. We're looking forward to that too.
I can't wait.
Ivy, that was so fun last time. Caleb says Disney character. Oh, that one is always so
character
good.
Voices.
Making a Goofy movie. That looks really good too. Can't wait for the documentary. Bailey says, seeing you all at D23. That is always special to me because that's where we first met.
It's true.
That was one of the highlights of that D23. Am I missing any others?
And we won't tell the story and embarrass you right now. Jean-Pierre. That's the French.
Oh, that's a good name. You know what? I have to scroll back up because otherwise I can't. There we go.
So I can talk about Bluey, but I can't.
So
Daps meet up at the Bingo and Bluey meet and greet.
How would we all get reservations at the same time? That'd be a trick. I mean, we could meet outside and just be like, "Hey, Bluey." All right. What do you want to say?
Well, now that you gentle parented me, I don't want to do this anymore.
Oh, new version of America on Parade. That'd be good.
I was going to play a game that we played in the Patreon, which is how many Starbucks mugs do you think Mr. Daps owns?
Oh, I love that idea. Good call.
Yeah, it was a good idea, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's a Geeks Corner Plus idea.
This is what's so annoying is that I'm very abrasive and I'm like, yeah, it was a good idea. And you're sitting there like, yeah, it is. Good job. After, I'm going to keep saying you gentle parented me on Geeks Corner. Why don't we listen to other people's ideas first, Katie? Like that was so.
Sounds like Christy.
Yeah, there you go. Why is Gamora? That's actually, I think, one of the greatest Marvel like scenes that they've written is what master do you serve? What do you want me to say? Jesus? And he's like, where is Gamora? Who is Gamora? Why is Gamora? Like that scene is just. I went to Geeks Corner. Can I get that sticker?
That's a good one. The big good one. You have to ask Drew. All right, we will continue the mug game next week.
The mug game.
Same time, same place. But in the meantime, Katie, what should people do?
You should go to Geeks Corner. Nope. You should go to dapsmagic.com. Check out. Oh, don't look at me. Avert your eyes. Look somewhere else. Go to dapsmagic.com. Check out the Disney and Geek news as it happens. Subscribe to our mailing list. And to find our Patreon, where you can play fun games all the time and also see really cute pictures of Indiana.
And make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got a ton of videos going up, including Disneyland's 69th birthday tomorrow that you won't want to miss. Or if you're watching this later, it was yesterday or the day before, who knows what. But you won't want to miss it anyway, or any of the other fun stuff we have going up. But that is all the time we have for you this week. So we will see you around the corner.
Bye.